Okay, hey, let's talk about some of the fundamental keys to really controlling the ball. Many of our warm-up games require a certain level of control so that we can incorporate different strategies. However, in order to execute on any type of strategy, you have to be able to control the ball wherever you want. Think about this. Control the ball, control your opponent. It makes sense, right? So before we move on, I need to ask you a few questions. First, do you truly want to improve your game and do you want to get better? Next, do you like to win and would you like to win an entire tournament someday soon? Last question, when you learn new things, are you always staying the same or are you constantly changing? If you answered yes to any of the above questions, please watch the rest of the video. The first thing we are going to start with is finding our perfect strike zone. If you watch the pros play, they hit about 99% of their shots within a certain strike zone. In fact, their ability to get into position and find their perfect strike zone is the main reason why they are so consistent. And you'll see, when other players force the ball out of their perfect strike zone, more often than not, they lose the point. This is what we mean when we say being in trouble, which we will talk about more during practice. But for now, let's focus on how to control the ball better. So there are key elements to finding the perfect strike zone. Number one, pocket high. We need to position our bodies so that when we make contact with the ball, it's roughly around pocket height. Number two, in front of your body. Look at where the pros make contact. Look how much further the ball is in front of their body. If you're trying to get like way better, that's where you need to be striving to make contact on every single shot. So number three, get to the side of the ball with a little bit of space. Have you ever heard of hitting it like a T-Rex? If the ball is so close to your body, it makes it very difficult to generate any type of effortless power. This effortless power is also known as leverage. Again, look at where the pros are making contact with the ball. That's where you need to be locking in on every shot you attempt. The more consistently you find your perfect strike zone, the more consistent you will become as a player. So, I want you to do me a favor. You're going to need to pause this video and go grab a tennis racket. Then, unpause the video when you have a racket and you are ready to get to work. Okay, welcome back. For those that are ready to win, I want you to find your perfect strike zone and hold the racket there for 10 seconds. Let's start with the forehand side. Make sure the racket face is completely square with the ground. Not here, but here. Great. Now relax and find your control grip that you use for most of your touch shots. If you're unsure of the grip, grab the edge of your racket and slide your hand down all the way to the bottom of your grip. Once you have that grip, find that perfect strike zone again on your forehand side. Hold it there for 10 seconds and make sure that the strings are close to square or slightly tilted upward. This is where we want to be moving to or tracking the ball for the next couple of weeks. So once you have a good understanding of where you'll be tracking the ball from, let's talk about the path of momentum. Quick question. If my racket strings are facing this way, which direction is the ball going to go? How about now? And here? It's pretty obvious to you, right? Now, here's the most important part about all of this. If you want to control the ball more, you need to make sure that you're keeping your racket strings behind the path of momentum as long as you possibly can. We will also refer to this as the path of the ball or the direction you're trying to send the ball. So make sure that you have your touch grip and go straight forward to your perfect strike zone. Now, picture yourself making contact with the ball and keeping your strings facing your target the entire time. If you do this, and picture yourself going down the line, and then cross court, and then wherever you want, you'll realize that the swing shape never really changes. It mostly always stays the same. Now here's the big mystery. If you're trying to change directions and the swing shape doesn't change, what actually does change? I'm not going to tell you the answer, but I think you'll figure it out pretty quickly. Now, try the same thing on your backhand side. Find your perfect strike zone and picture yourself sending the ball up and over the net in one of our control games. I recommend using one hand for any time you're using touch on your backhand side. Remember, track and move to the ball from the perfect strike zone. Then, when you make contact, make sure to keep your strings facing where you want the ball to go, also known as the path of the ball. While using the same grip for both your forehand and backhand, picture yourself tracking the ball from side to side. Every time you touch the ball with your strings, make sure that your strings are facing towards your target from start to finish. Do this 10 times to complete the first set, and complete at least 3 sets in order to retrain your body's muscle memory. Remember, learning control is the fundamental principle behind being a great player. Control the ball, control your opponent. Watch this video at least one more time for more help. You will understand it more and more each time you watch. Now, you're taking the right steps into improving your game. Great job, keep it up, and I'll see you next practice.